He prefers to stay out of the public eye. Ayatollah Ali Sistani never leaves his home and never gives interviews, instead receiving guests at his modest house in this little alley in Najaf, a far cry from the pomp of the Vatican.
It looks like a hermit's house. It doesn't look like the Shiite world's highest authority. The head of 200 million people is hiding out in there. He hardly ever appears in person. Quite importantly, even his sermons that he delivers every Friday are read by spokespeople, not by himself.
In 2014, as the Islamic State group conquered large parts of Iraq, al-Sistani called for jihad against the jihadists themselves. Thousands responded to his call, forming the popular mobilization forces. Zain al-Abidin and his brother joined. Their father took up arms too, but did not make it back.
He represents an umbrella under which we can all shelter. For all problems, all situations, we are under his protection. Even for the most personal problems, we follow his advice.
Born in Iran, al-Sistani has been living in Iraq since the 1950s. During Saddam Hussein's reign, he was under tight government surveillance. During the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq in 2003, he issued a fatwa against attacking American soldiers. The Iraqi dictator's fall allowed him to turn his religious influence into political power and to become the country's most influential voice in the process. Although he refrained from attacking the U.S., he still snubbed their leaders, refusing to grant an audience to Paul Bremer, who was serving as the Provisional Coalition Administrator of Iraq. Over the years, the Grand Ayatollah has played kingmaker in Iraq, his support or lack thereof a decisive factor in who gets to become prime minister.
It's obvious that he's a strong man, but he's one in the sense of being very political in his approach to the Iraqi political scene and in his way of speaking. He tries to place himself above the fray and not be tainted. I remember his instructions. He said he didn't want to be tainted by politics.
A historic meeting between Pope Francis and Shiite Islam's revered leader, expected to resonate across Iraq and the region.